Hello everyone, this is Garrett and this is Serious Sam 2. And we are about to do level 21, the Doomed Canyon.
The ears come out to play. Please 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 come out to play.
Nice little reference to the warriors there, I believe.
Quickly! Klirovsky is getting away. Follow his trail. I'm sure we can track him down.
I'm coming.
And while it may seem that the clears are no longer running towards us, they're actually just sitting around over there. Unfortunately, they are weak to explosives and death, and that is what we deliver. And we also get some points in return. Gonna grab some grenades because we're gonna be getting a lot of these, and we're gonna be fighting a lot of those because, well, there's just a lot of them. There is a lot of those little yellow jerks who are desperately trying to shoot us. Most of the time in this place are not that dangerous. Every now and then they'll manage to hit us, but not really seemingly because they intend to. They just sort of aim in my general direction, and sometimes a shot goes so much in the wrong direction that it actually does end up hitting me due to it sort of semi-predicting where I'm gonna be. In the end, it's just random, and I'm just too lazy to actively avoid everything. But in the end, a single grenade and a single shotgun shot is enough to take care of these guys. Usually, if you are close enough, you can take them down with a single double-barreled shotgun shot as well, but that can be a little bit tricky. And the clear skeletons don't really do a whole lot either, due to the fact that their projectiles are stopped by the bodies of the other clear skeletons. So really the only ones in front are gonna actually be able to hit anyone with their projectile attacks, which is a little bit silly, honestly. I'm not really sure why that's the case, but it just is, and we're just gonna live with it and move on in this general direction. Where Nitriska? Oh, I guess we're gonna fight these guys first, but after that, Nitriska's gonna say a thing. I think it's only these two anyway.
There's a large skull at the end of the canyon. Klirovsky went in there. Follow him.
And indeed, there's a large skull over there. But we are first going to get a 100 health power-up, which I'm not really sure if it's worthwhile.
Secret item has been found.
Because more often than not, the things that spawn after picking this up just deal more damage than 100. But we're just gonna try. Because it spawns a rather large number of those red rocket launcher dudes. And they can be rather nasty, to say the least. I'm just sort of prematurely shooting in that general direction because I know they're going to come from there. And the more health I can save by doing this, the merrier. I think this might actually be the first time ever I've gotten through that without taking any damage at all. So in that sense, it was definitely worthwhile. But it does cost a large amount of rockets to actually get rid of them. And it also costs some grenades, and we're kind of probably going to end up running a little bit low on those due to the large amount we're going to be fighting here. But we're just going to try to stay alive, just kill as much stuff as possible with the shotgun. Only when they start clumping up like this is a pretty good time to start using grenades, because there's a lot of them. There is a really large amount of stuff right here, and while the sort of pillar type things are pretty good at blocking their shots, you do want to make sure they don't get into melee range, because then it just becomes an even larger mess, and honestly, it's not too bad. There is also a larger version of these guys a little bit further back, but fortunately that enemy doesn't actually move forward at all. And I'm actually going to switch to rocket launcher because our health is running a bit low right now, but the one that's furthest back, which is one of the red ones, which was also in the previous Serious Sam games, doesn't actually move, so you can take this one just at the very end and just use the terrain to your advantage to make sure that he doesn't actually hit you. And things should be pretty okay as long as you just keep moving, because they're not very good at aiming either. Their projectiles move a little bit differently. They are a little bit less random, so odds are you'll avoid them even more than the ones from the yellow ones, honestly, because there's not a small chance they accidentally hit you. So There's that. But as we move closer to the large skull, eventually it's gonna make that thing go up. And I'm immediately gonna run back as quickly as possible, and also as far as possible, because it spawns that red dude. The red biomechanoid. And that one's really big. That one has a really large amount of health, and due to the terrain behind us being rather hard to navigate backwards through, like it's very easy to get stuck on something. It's not good, and I'd rather not die, but he is usually actually pretty good at taking me down due to the rather obnoxiously large amount of splash damage this guy does. But fortunately we didn't die, and now we just got to make sure we kill the rest of these guys. The rest shouldn't really be a problem. Like I said in the previous level, these guys are pretty bad at actually hitting anything, and their ranged attacks aren't very good either. Just make sure you don't accidentally get shot by those yellow dudes over there as well, because there's a fair amount of them. But usually you can stay out of their range by just walking far enough backwards. And if there's stuff in between the two of you, then usually they won't even try to shoot either. So I just like to stand somewhere over here, because there are about 4 of them. 2 on the right and 2 on the left, and taking care of the clear skeletons first makes this area a little bit more manageable, because fighting them all at the same time can just be a complete mess, and you'll just end up accidentally getting hit by the random shots that do happen to go in your direction, and you'll just die, and it'll be sad. And as I've said many times before, sadness is not something we're really going for here. We're going to save the world, and to do that we need to take care of everyone. And I'm just going to shoot all of them once with a rocket to take care of them a little bit easier. I kind of missed that one, but it shouldn't really be too much of an issue, I don't think. And that is that. Again, a little bit low on grenades right now, and our rocket situation isn't absolutely fantastic either. But we are getting a lot of ammo here, so hopefully the shotgun will suffice. Also, there's 2 more secret areas,
Has been found.
one of which has a bunch of rockets, so we are a little bit better when it comes to our explosive situation right now. And the other one's going to give us a slightly different ammo type, but one that is arguably also pretty useful. Although, not really for this playthrough, because, like I've said many times before, I want to avoid using it. But there's a thing over here, a little geyser, and if you jump on top of it, you get thrown in here.
Secret weapon has been found.
And a serious bomb is now back in our possession. So we have 3 of those if we want to use those at any point in time, but I don't think I will be using them on this entire planet. There's only like 4 levels on Planet Clear.
Crazy. Leave as soon as you can.
Those rocks can shake, but I won't quake.
And Quake is also a video game. Also, while it shakes a lot, it doesn't actually do anything, so there's absolutely nothing to worry about there. You could just stand in here as long as you want. But, you know, if you're scared of shaking, then I guess this would be a pretty bad place to be. And after taking care of that particular enemy, there's going to be a new enemy type coming up in a second. But first I'm going to grab these grenades over here, because we are running a little bit low. And having as many of these as possible is always good. But like I said, when we move over here, there's going to be a small sort of head. Just a spine and a head, and shoots fireballs. They're kind of annoying. But when we move further in this direction, it actually spawns 2 really large ones. And these are kind of scary to deal with. They shoot fireballs as well. And the main reason this is kind of scary is because of all the lava that's over here, honestly. Also because my health is currently at 17, which is also not very good. But if you fall in the lava here, just like in the previous level, you will just take like 100 damage or something like that. And obviously we want to avoid that as much as possible. So we are going to do exactly that. Just move forward. Every now and then it will just spawn these guys though, so you want to be careful. You want to be prepared for when those do randomly spawn. They don't really spawn randomly, they always spawn in the same places, but they can be pretty scary, especially this one, because it's very likely you'll walk too far backwards while taking care of this guy and you'll just fall in lava and die. And really, the lava is just the scariest thing about this place. Also, there's some cannonballs here, which is always nice to have, even though we don't actually have a cannon yet. It'll be useful in the long run, so collecting that is always good, obviously. Just gonna grab that. And we move forward. Now you can jump on that platform. It's completely pointless though, so I'm not going to bother with it. Instead, I'm going to bother killing those guys and just continue onwards in the correct direction. And I'm going to grab the health power up because our health is looking a bit low. Not even going to comment on that guy. They die in one shot from this gun, and the big ones don't really appear all that frequently either, so it's absolutely nothing to worry about at all. Now as we move forward, we can already see a bunch of minigun power-ups over here, so I guess we might as well use some of our Uzis right now. And I will be grabbing that minigun in just a moment, but first I'm going to take care of these guys. What is this dude doing? I'll just stand still and wait for him, I suppose. He's going to fly all over the place and it's just going to take forever. But he did, and we're going to go to the right because there is a secret area here.
Secret word jumper has been discovered.
A secret word jumper. And this place has a lot of letters. You can see the letters on the wall, like over there. It's actually all switches. And when we stand on the wrong one, that happens. And obviously you don't want to get trapped within that particular shenanigan. But when we write down the word serious using these switches, we can get the extra life. We can press these buttons if we want. There's not really a point to it though. And we can go back now. We can just press any letter we want without anything bad happening. After you press the last S, these walls stop working. If you do like press the L as the final letter or something like that by just jumping here, that's bad, because then when you run back, these walls will still be functional and you'll just die. And obviously you want to avoid that. But we survived. We're gonna grab this minigun, like I said.
Now this is what I call a gun.
And we're gonna take care of all the enemies here. I'm just gonna use some rockets. There's a couple clear skeletons behind those two pillars over there, which is why I'm using rockets, because it lures them out. And then they won't be able to surprise us afterwards. And having killed the majority there with rockets, we can take care of the remaining ones that are coming towards us with our fancy new minigun. This is really the first time we really get to use this gun, other than the zoom battle. Like, now we actually get to use it in a regular level, which is, in my opinion, a little bit more fun. And if you move far enough to the right, those two spawn, but they are absolutely not a problem at all with the weapons we have available right now. And with these weapons, we are very well prepared for the level that is coming up, because we are just about done here, actually. The only thing that can possibly kill us at this point is this little batch of lava over here, which, as you can see, deals enough damage that I don't really want to get hit by it twice. But there we go. And that was the end of level 21, the Doomed Canyon, I believe. And that is the end of this video, so I hope you enjoyed it so far. The next time we play, we are going to do level 22, which I believe is called the Boneyard. And I hope to see you there. Bye-bye.